Hey, my wandering wanderers. Today we're going to be doing a love reading for the week of May 4th, 2022. Please know that we're going to be pulling cards and asking thought-provoking questions and statements to help you identify and align you in a direction that you want to go for love. Please note that this will help you understand and comprehend your own internal perceptions and perspectives of love. This should also help you understand and identify elements of love that can help you understand and bring out that feeling of passion that you desire within a relationship. Please note that we'll be using the Jon Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck for the overarching vibe and the focus for guidance. We will also be using the Soul's Journeys deck for mental concepts and perspectives at play. Then we'll also be using the Romancing Angels deck for gateway/thresholds of alignment. And then we'll be using the Wild Unknown Archetype Oracle deck for the energies and vibes to kind of tap into and feel out for the overarching reading. That being said, please note that you do have free will, but resonance might come through and dredge something up. So if you resonate, great. If you don't, thank you for your time. Dear Universe, please give us a clear channel for your guidance. Please give us a clear channel for your guidance underneath the sign/planet of Venus. Please give us a clear channel for your guidance for love and relationships underneath the sign of Venus, planet of Venus, Venus, for love and relationships. What will we be guided to? What are things we have to think about? How do we identify this stuff? What should we feel out? Alrighty, let's go ahead and get straight to it. Starting off with the Jon Holland deck. Love. What do we need to know about love and relationships? Just one more shuffle. What is it that we need to know about love and relationships? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right now we have something that we need to listen and pay attention to. Something that we have to understand when it comes to these perspectives and choosing our battles wisely, and understanding the foundational aspect of reaching out, simultaneously speaking, by taking time to understand what it means and how it means to reach out to people. This should help you understand which relationships that you might be interested in, being engaged into, but also taking the time to understand what you're actually listening to. If you have a significant other, this could be helpful or guidance towards paying attention to what they're actually talking about, taking time to recognize the perspectives or the battles that you might be getting into, but also making an effort to actually communicate versus actually being warring with one another. But if you're out here looking for love and you're trying to find out which one that you're looking for, by all means take the time to listen and pay attention to the perspectives that people may be communicating towards you, and this will help you kind of pick what stuff that you may or may not want to be listening to or paying into, but this will also help you out when it comes to reaching out to individuals or an individual that you're into. Long story short, just taking the time to listen and pay attention to what they're talking about may help you understand which things you do want to talk about and which things you don't. That being said, additional mental concepts from the Soul's Journey deck to ponder about. Let's see. Things we have to understand. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness, but also discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So from the perception of freedom and understanding this aspect of communication, what are the things that you're listening to? Does it make you happy when you're listening to these conversations of your significant other? Simultaneously speaking, are you actively selecting the conversations that you want to listen to? Like, are you actively selecting these conversations? Also, does that help bring a form of communicative freedom? Like, do you feel like you're kind of trapped in talking about limiting conversations, like what are other things that you can pick up on to actually converse with or converse about. Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to choosing your battles and taking the time and effort to reach out, this has to pertain to this perception of discipline. Discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. By taking the time to recognize what they're actually talking about, or your significant other, or the individual that you're actually into, by taking time to recognize the subjects that they're talking about, you can establish discipline within yourself. So when you actually do want to talk to this individual or significant other, you would understand exactly what it is that they're talking about and understand how to converse with them or reach out to them appropriately, if this makes sense to you. Especially from the perception of discipline. Let's go ahead and check out the Romancing Angels Answers deck for that gate hole of threshold and alignment for this energy, especially when it's very communicative and perception based right now. What's the gateway energy that we need to find out to unify? I friggin' knew it. Okay, it's twin flame energy. It's twin flame energy, and there's something about this that you have to understand. I knew it. This card was going to come out. Thing that you have to understand, and we're going to observe twin flame energy from the perception of sovereignty right now, especially for love relationships. When you are taking time to embody yourself from the perception of sovereignty, are you actually getting into conversations, or are you actually taking the time to get into conversations or understand perspectives that you want to understand? Are you taking time to understand yourself and understand some of the communicative freedoms that you have when it comes to being happy and being yourself and learning how to be yourself in tandem with other people? Simultaneously speaking, are you able to understand how to be yourself and also become receptive to another individual, regardless of your own term of self-embodiment? Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to taking the time to listen to the alternate individual, are you actually picking up on, are you paying attention to what they're saying? Are you actually focused on, who they are as an individual, or are you focused on them from the perception of their energy? Just, the connotations of yin and, like the yin and yang theory really shows up, especially from this twin flame energy. It's just like, trying to figure out too long didn't read a way to explain this very quickly from the perception of this love reading. Like, how are you receptive to the individual? Are you listening to what they're saying, or are you paying attention to them in the physical space? Simultaneously speaking, how do you pay attention to your significant other's energy? Simultaneously speaking, for those who are not in a relationship, how do you take time to understand your own energy and how you how you energetically cross paths for individuals? How do you understand it? And I know that seems like a weird thing or a weird vibe that may show up, but it's like really taking time to understand your feminine and masculine energies within you, and how you would want to converse your feminine and masculine energies with another person. For those who are already in a relationship, taking time to understand yourself and understand how your masculine and feminine energies like to work in tandem with the alternate individual. So this is also taking time to understand what you're actually being receptive to from the perception of your own masculine and feminine energies, which, by the way, have to be balanced so you can actually be receptive to the significant other or the individual that you're actually trying to converse with. But also, when it comes to reaching out, are you taking the time to pay attention to what they're actually articulating, or are you trying to reach out from the perception of vibe? It's like, are you trying to energy reach out, or are you trying to feminine energy reach out? I digress. I can go on for days about this, but things to think about. Simultaneously speaking, you do have the ability to create your own happiness, but also please keep in mind when it comes to the perception of these energies that you can actively understand your energy, stay balanced, and actively reach out to the person that you need to reach out, regardless if you are predominantly masculine energy or predominantly feminine energy. Just FYI, this energy is meant to be balanced, so understanding how these energies are balanced within you will help you, should help you recognize how you would be able to communicate with another individual, and also help you reach out from that perception, okay? Let's go ahead and get the overarching vibe to feel out or tap into. Because right now the gateway is twin flame / sovereignty. Then who knows what this is gonna be like. Alright, the crone. Okay, so crone-like energy is at play. It's like, it's wisdom. It's wisdom, but understanding the wisdom from the perception of communication. Yeah, understanding this energetic wisdom from the perception of communication. It's like it's a wise vibe. It's something that's physically tangible. For those who are trying to tap into the twin flame energy, this stuff has to be something physically tangible. So take the time to pay attention to physical cues. I'm not going to say masculine cues, I'm saying physical cues, because the energy is tangible. It's physically present. You cannot deny chemistry, regardless if it's, physically present or intellectually tangible. That's also why the Choose Your Battles card is also out here, because you might be picking up on a vibe that may be more mentally oriented, which could be perceived that way, or which could be perceived as masculine energy, or you could be picking up on a vibe, could be receptive to a vibe which could be perceived as a feminine energy. But regardless if it's A or B, it is something that is physically tangible, and something about that is wise, especially when it comes to what you're listening to, why you're reaching out to this person, and also taking time to recognize take the time to recognize this energy, because by having a moment to understand what these tangible physiological sensations or tangible experiences are, for that matter, should help you understand what you're really picking up on from the perception of twin flame / sovereignty. This is not wishful thinking. This is that genuine, like, energy that's gonna completely identify the things that you're genuinely looking for an individual. But long story short, it is wise energy. It's physically tangible. Chemistry is the one thing I could think of right off the top of my head, but it is physically present. You cannot deny this, especially from perceptions of twin flame. And whoever this person is that you might be talking to, you please be sovereign and please be wise, okay? That being said, symbolism is meant to understand the energies of the situation, so if anyone takes these symbolistic statements negative, don't be surprised when the evil eye shows up. Please realize it's important to experience this information and discern it for yourself. Peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you for your candor, and have a nice day.